if your account is struggling with cost per lead, with a high cost per lead, then this video is for you. I want to show you how we've achieved a 90% lower cost per lead on one of our accounts with just a couple of improvements and a 380% higher volume of leads. Now, this is for an account in the water heaters niche. And I want to take you through now. We're going to do a brief audit of the account to show you what they've been doing and what improvements we suggested and we made on the account, and how exactly we've managed to achieve these amazing improvements. Okay, so the client, we're running them on, they were running ads on Meta ads, so that's Facebook and Instagram ads. They're selling water heaters, and these were some of the ads they were running. These are not done by us, these are done by the client. So the issue here on the account was that the cost per, they're seeing a high cost per conversion despite really getting lots and lots of clicks of website visitors from the ads. We're seeing a high cost per conversion. And at the same time, they were seeing an increase in the cost per conversion, in this case, in the cost per lead. Right, and let's dive right in. I want to take you through the ad account. We're going to look at a few things, at the campaign and what was possibly going wrong with that campaign. So, now this is the new campaign that we set up, and this is the old campaign they were running. Now we see, first of all, this is an engagement campaign, right? So first of all, the question is, what is sort of the main objective here? If the objective is to get engagement on the ads, so that means if you want to get lots of people commenting, if you want to get people liking your ads, if you want to get people just clicking on the ads, then an engagement campaign might work well. If you want website traffic, then actually a traffic campaign might work a little better. But if you want to drive conversions, if you want to drive leads, then you'd probably want to switch this over to a conversion campaign. That's what we've done here as well, right? You probably want to optimize for a lead event on your website instead. And this way, the system will be able to place ads in front of people that are more likely to reach this conversion event. So that's sort of the first thing we notice here. And we do notice, let's take a look inside of the campaign. We do notice we have a high, relatively high volume of landing page views. We have a relatively low cost per landing page views. That all looks quite good, right? We're getting lots of link clicks as well at decent costs. And now they're running, we've got a campaign here for an ad set for job function targeting. We've got a remarketing ad set, and we've got some lookalikes. What we do see though is, and we're looking at the cost per lead now, the cost per lead is really quite high. And these leads only seem to be coming through from the lookalike ad set. The other ad sets don't actually seem to be driving any leads, but they are spending. So we take a look at the amount spent here. They're spending some budget, but they aren't actually driving any leads, right? So they're driving engagement, they're driving clicks, but they aren't driving any conversions. Now let's take a look inside the lookalikes ad set here, and we want to see what sort of lookalike audiences are they targeting. So we've got here 1% lookalike, which is fine, and they're targeting Facebook engagers, Instagram engagers, and website visitors. Now that is fine, but let's take a look at the pixel as well. Let's take a look what sort of what events they're actually tracking on the pixel. So we've got really a large number of website visitors, which is great, and we can definitely create a lookalike audience of that. But we also see that there are other events tracked. So we see their leads tracked, we see their registrations, checkouts, purchases tracked. Now, all of these events are further along in the funnel. So if we're doing a lookalike audience of all website visitors, that's not going to be very accurate. It's going to be accurate, but it's not going to be as high in quality. If we're taking an event of leads, we're going to create a lookalike audience. We're going to tell the system to find people that are similar to people that have already submitted the lead form. That's going to be a lot more effective than if we tell the system to create a lookalike audience of everyone that has just visited the website. Right, so we definitely want to have a lookalike of all website visitors as well, but it might make sense to also create lookalikes of events that are further along the funnel, because these will be higher value conversions. So then if the system goes out and tries to find people that are similar to this, they'll be more likely to also convert on these conversion events. So that's another thing that we've done. We've added in some more lookalikes in the new conversion campaign. Let's take a look at remarketing as well. And we'll see their remarketing website visitors, their remarketing Instagram and Facebook engagers, and their remarketing a customer list. Now, all of that is fine, but we do see they're only retargeting in the last 90 days, which is fine. However, it might make sense to go a little bit wider here to actually retarget, and we can go back up to 180 days on the pick, so we can even go back even further. I think 365 days for Instagram and Facebook engagements, right? And when that makes sense, it's a different question, right? But 180 days usually can work quite well, so it might be worth testing out using a longer time frame, especially if people might take longer to decide whether they actually need a water heater. Might possibly take them longer than just 90 days, right? And so you want to stay on top of their mind for a little bit longer as well. So we could expand these from 90 to maybe 180 days instead. And right, and now let's we've got this, and now let's take a look at the current performance then. So currently, we want to compare now the performance, and we did sort of do some split testing. We're split testing here as well. We want to see the engagement campaign as compared to the new conversion campaign that we set up. And what we are seeing is, well, we've got a really high cost per conversion for the engagement campaign and a low volume of leads coming through. We've got 6 leads and a $290 cost per lead. So that's really quite high. The conversion campaign instead is performing a lot better. That's 29 leads in this time frame in the past 30 days and a $27 cost per lead. So that is really quite a lot better. And in fact, that is really quite a good performance. So we're seeing a 380% higher volume of leads from the conversion campaign, and we're seeing a 90% lower cost per lead. Right, now if this sounds like an issue that you're having on your ad account as well, if you're seeing astronomically high costs per lead, and want to reduce the cost per lead, if you're not happy with the volume of leads you're getting, then I would invite you to schedule in a strategy consultation. On this call, we'll dive into your metrics and we'll see what could be improved for you to achieve similar results. Thanks so much for watching, and I really look forward to meeting you on this call.